Hello, I'm hiding in the greenhouse. It's still being noisy, but I'm hiding here because it's quite blowy outside today. This morning was absolutely beautiful weather and I cracked on with jobs out in the vegetable garden. So I've got the framework for the climbing beans is now up in one of the beds, and it's where I had originally said I was going to put runner beans. Then I changed my mind and said I put the Greek gigantes beans there, and now I'm thinking maybe I'll put the runner beans there again. So when I've grown the beans, I will decide what's going to go there. Anyway, so that's all done. So I've done that as I said I would, rather than being in a wigwam shape or an inverted V. They actually cross over quite low down, so that the climbing part of the plant will climb up the poles, and the beans that we want to eat will hang down clear towards the outsides of the beds, so they're really easy to pick. So that's that done, and I've topped up some more of the pathways in the vegetable garden with wood chippings, just keeping on with those so it'll just look nice and tidy. Mr. J and I have sorted out the duckling run, all apart from some sort of rain cover, which I'm going to try and fix on there this afternoon. And I had wanted the ducklings to go out in it today, but it is too windy. And I've also just realised that anybody new will not know about the joy of my greenhouse. I'm going to leave a link up here to my video from the other day about my excess wind problem. It's not my excess wind, it's the wind problem. I've got a really noisy greenhouse. It makes a fairly rude noise every time the wind blows in just the right direction, which seems to be quite a lot, and on cue. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but just to let you know, it's not me, it's my greenhouse. And then the other thing that was happening today was that, well, it should have been happening yesterday as we said, but is that the little chicks are due to hatch. Now yesterday I spotted 2 eggs that the girl in the house on her own in the field, she kind of wasn't sitting on any. She wasn't sitting on them anymore. She hadn't got them tucked underneath her, and I thought she'd rejected them. So I quickly picked them up and ran inside and put them in the incubator, which we had already put on and warmed up to temperature for just this reason. So put those in, and there were no sign of any babies yesterday, nor when we went to bed. But when I woke up this morning, the egg in the incubator was pipping, and I thought, oh well, you know, it's exciting. It'll be a couple of days, it'll be another day before we get any further with it. No, an hour later there was a hole about the size of a pea, and I thought, do I want to let it hatch in the incubator and maybe be the only chick in there and then try and introduce a chick, or do I just take the gamble and take it out of the incubator and put it under the broody hen again? So that's what I did, and I walked outside. I got it in my pocket. I'm trying to keep it, you know, at the same temperature and not to lose too much humidity. And the postman turned up and needed me to sign for something and take a couple of parcels, and all the time I'm thinking, those eggs getting cold and I don't want to shrink wrap this baby. Anyway, put it in underneath broody hen, and I'm guessing that there is a chick now. We can hear a cheeping noise. Obviously it could be any of the other eggs as well, but that one was, you know, on its way to hatching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera around to each of the 3 broody houses. I'm not going to speak to camera. I will speak to the birds just to reassure them that I'm not there to harm them or to hurt them, tell them what good girls they are, and hopefully we will hear a chick. Now I think it's very unlikely that we will see any chicks, but we might hear them. Hello my darlings, how are you doing? Oh, you're very good girls. You've moved position. Have you got babies? Have you got any babies under there? Have you? So at the moment they're still looking like eggs. I'm not going to disturb them any more than that. Good girls. Yes, you are. Hello, darling. What have you got? Have you just got eggs still? Have you? Oh, you're such a good girl. Yeah, looks like she's still just got eggs too. Hello, darling. What's going on here? Oh, sweetie, it's cold. Do you not like that one? Okay, this actually isn't dead, so I'm going to get it into the incubator. So she had very clearly decided that that chick was not for her. I've put it in the incubator. It's still alive. It was very, very cold. I held it in my hands. Mr. J, who has slightly warmer hands than me, held it for a while as well. It is moving slightly, but it's, you know, it is alive. So I've popped it into the incubator, and none of the rest of the eggs under her have even pipped. So she obviously just wasn't ready for that egg. Bearing in mind, you know, that's the one that she rejected the other day. And maybe actually she just didn't like it. I'm really surprised that these eggs are so slow in hatching, bearing in mind that they were due yesterday. Okay, well, I've come back inside and I wanted to show you that this little chick, other than having got very cold, at the moment seems to be still alive. It's breathing, and now I think it just needs some time. And we'll see. Here you go, Tiddler, get a bit of energy. There we go. There you are. So we'll just give it a bit of time and see how it gets on. So absolutely not the video I was expecting to show you today, but I do try not to gloss over the difficulties, the challenges, the things I just don't know or just don't understand, and all the learning processes I'm going through. And I keep looking over, it's still doing okay. So today's video was not a nicely produced a fluffy video to watch. It is the reality is that we're trying something, we don't know if it'll work, and I'm just doing the best that I can with the situations as they're presented to me, and all we can do is hope that that little chick makes it, and also that some of the others also hatch. Well, that's it for me today. I've got ducklings to go and sort out, and so wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again tomorrow.